Thrun's a pair of Daybreak Ranger, 2 Snapcaster Mage, some Skin Shifters, and some Emissaries, maxing out on both of those. And then the spell slot's a little different.
Yeah, so they've chosen between Garrett. One of them has Garrett Primal Hunter. Josh, on your right, has Garrett Primal Hunter. And Alex has Relentless.
Yep. And they both lead off with Rootbound Crags, it looks like. Josh winning the play, and Hinterland Harbor Go is all he has.
I bet they did not expect to play this mirror match so deep into the tournament.
Probably not. It's probably a testament to the deck. I don't know if they're 6-0 or 5-1, but either way, those are 2 good records. And there's a Viridian Emissary.
Viridian Emissary done.
Alex.
So their spells, Alex has 4 Leak, 2 Incinerate, 2 Geist Flame, 4 Brimstone Volley, 1 Batterskull, 1 Sword of War and Peace. Josh has 1 Sword of War and Peace, 3 Brimstone Volley, 2 Arc Trail, 3 Galvanic Blast, 4 Manly, 2 Negate.
Interesting. The choice of Galvanic Blast is particularly interesting because he could play Incinerate, he could play a number of different red burn spells, but he chose Galv Blast.
So Josh puts a land in play, tapped, passes back to Alex, and Alex gets in for that 2 points on the Emissary, and then drops a Skin Shifter.
Now, Skin Shifter is a card I'm really surprised it hasn't found a home yet because it is really good. Anyone who's played any M12 Limited knows that card is can be a beating.
Yeah, serve in, turn into a 4/4. I mean, it's pretty easy to do that. Also, gets in the air in your green deck, which can be difficult to do.
Exactly.
Thrun comes down for Josh Crowe.
And that is a card that's going to be pretty hard to deal with, although the Skin Shifter can hold that at bay indefinitely.
And that's certainly a showstopper. The Skin Shifter can get in.
And he will.
As it's doing now.
Looks like only 2. And Alex continues to use all of his mana, plays a Garrick. Garrick Relentless.
Only took 1 there, right?
Attention players,
it's just the 1 when we don't transform it.
Oh, right. 1, not 2.
1/1. And Alex makes a wolf token.
Over towards the
Garrick.
left-hand
And Garrick Relentless, finally, I think it's when it came out, it's almost no play, and slowly but surely Garrick Relentless is showing up.
Oh, yeah, and I think we're going to see that card go way up in value. Maybe as much as Liliana.
Yeah, they almost started in opposite places, but I wouldn't be surprised if they met in the middle.
Yeah.
Or even...
Also, players, if you signed up for $10
so Josh, Arc Trails, the Wolf and the Emissary away.
Please come on down to the main event stage.
Gets a land.
Yep.
And I imagine Garrett Relentless is biting the dust.
Yep. That was maybe a little greedy of an attack with the Skin Shifter, but tapping out, can understand that. Garrick bites it.
I mean, you're going to have 2 creatures. You're only called the Arc Trail.
Right.
So I think that attack is fine.
Yeah, I think these 2 players know each other's deck list, though. I think these guys are friends. So maybe they know each other's deck list.
Their deck lists are so similar that it seems likely that they had tested together. I mean, to be fair, this deck did do well in Sydney. Or
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong Australian city. But... yeah, these lists are just so similar. Yeah,
it looks like Josh had the Galvanic Blast anyway, even if he didn't attack. Oh, and a replacement Garrick.
All right, time to make some more wolves.
That's hell yeah. And just says go, maybe holding up Mana Leak mana.
Josh draws Viridian Emissary there. Board Garrick Relentless and a wolf token versus a Thrun in this Rugged Mirror match.
And it looks like it's a red card in Josh's hand.
1.
Yep, there it is. Galvanic Blast. Wow.
Kill your other Garrick.
So Josh killing 2 Garricks in the first 6 turns here. And his Thrun looks like it's going to reign supreme unless Alex can get some Sphinx action or some Titan action going on here. And draws another land.
Thrun's surprisingly relevant, although there's not a lot of target removal going around that can kill it. It's easy to regenerate from burn spells. Right. The 4/4 body is just a big deal.
It is, and that is a Consecrated Sphinx.
There's Consecrated Sphinx, will slow down that Thrun a little bit.
Yeah.
Alex picks up 2 cards.
And we'll see if Alex blocks. If he does, that Consecrated Sphinx is going to be burned down because Josh just drew a Snapcaster Mage.
I think I would block if I were. No, you're at 20 life. I just take it.
Yeah, 20 life. I think I take it.
Yeah, at 20 life. Yeah, you just take that. Which he does.
And he instantly does. Didn't even think about blocking. Oh, maybe.
Oh, they weren't sure on attackers yet. I wouldn't block here though.
No, I don't think you can.
I mean, you just take 6. You're guaranteed at least 2 more cards, and you get to untap.
Right. Consecrated Sphinx is just such a powerful card. You don't need to. And Alex moves into his main.
Sword of War and Peace.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about this.
Yep.
Gain some life to counteract the damage he's taking from Thrun and Viridian Emissary.
And all of a sudden, that is a 3-turn clock. 2 more attacks, and Josh is dead.
Might even be less than that. How many cards are in Josh's hand? Is it just
I think
two?
it's 2, and yeah, he's playing Snapcaster to probably make it a 3-turn clock.
Yeah.
So he'll Snapcaster a Galblast.
Yeah, and just nug Alex for 2.
Yep.
For a small
Attention
advantage.
players, Ricky Goff and Scott Smith.
So
Please
targets
come
the
on down to
Galblast
main
and
stage.
takes
Your draft is ready.
7. It
Again,
looks like
that's
7
Ricky
total.
Goff and Scott Smith. Please come
Gaining
on down to the
4
main
life.
stage.
4 life. So that's going to be really tough for Josh to come back from.
We're also looking for Leonard
There's a
Croft
skin
and
shifter.
Tyler Hutchcraft.
And that bites the dust.
Yeah, Alex just basically threw away that skin shifter. I don't think
Yeah,
he should have played that.
probably not.
It's probably just forgot Snapcaster had been used.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
That's the beauty about Snapcaster. You don't have to play the spell
Also,
immediately.
players in
That's
the
why it works so well with
challenge.
Brimstone Volley.
Right.
You target
More
it,
players
block.
for round 2 are now
Exactly.
Volley it up.
posted on the
And
Postgame
Josh doesn't have a
banner
very
on
good
the
answer to that
stage.
Consecrated Sphinx.
Please
Yeah,
find your
looking at
seats.
his deck list, there's very little he can do.
Yeah, he can play his own Sphinx to block,
Yeah,
but
if,
that's a 1-turn block only.
well, and
so
if they both play a Sphinx, shenanigans start occurring.
Right.
And Alex has sort of War and Peace, which gives him the upper hand.
that's true. Garrick Primal Hunter.
Okay, Primal Hunter, which is okay.
Making a beast. I'm a little surprised he didn't draw cards there, but he might just want to...
Well, drawing cards is dangerous to opponent's Consecrated Sphinx.
Oh, that's true too.
I don't think he wants Alex to play cards.
Draw double, yeah. And also putting the beast into play creates a
I think
1.
Alex has 6 points of burn in his hand, so that should be that.
Boom.
Bam!
Dead.
Full Art incinerates, and Josh packs him in.
Beautiful incinerates. All right, looking to the sideboarding, Josh looks like he has Ancient Grudge, Flash Freeze, Mare of Averbrook, Sword of Feast and Famine, Snapcaster Mage, Arc Trail, and Shock. What do you think we're going to see here from
Those
him?
are also very similar sideboards. So I think Josh will bring in Flash Freeze. That seems
Definitely.
like the card you want. There are very few blue spells in either deck, and
Right.
they're base green-red.
Yep.
Um,
Low impact
Attention
spells
players,
too.
Just like to let you know that we are going to be closing side events at the end
Sword
of
of
the current
Feast and
round. in
Famine is
Standard
probably pretty
Open.
reasonable.
So if you'd like to
I
get
would
one
say
last
so. I mean, you
action,
sneak that
one
onto a
last
skin
box,
shifter. That all of a sudden that's a flying
or
skin
another
shifter.
Right, it
commander,
helps block
please come
Thrawn.
and see me
Right.
at the
Does a lot of good
I'll be
things.
more
So
than
we'll
happy
probably
to
see
do
those
it.
Mare of Averbrook. I doubt it. There's just so much point removal in these decks.
Amir is really good if he flips here, but the problem is all the burn is a problem. I wouldn't be surprised if the strategy was bring him in and play him later on in the game.
Ooh, maybe. Problem is though, Alex has 2 Geist Flame in his main deck. Those
Yeah.
make Mare of Averbrook very awkward.
Yeah, dude.
So maybe if Josh knows Alex's deck list, we probably won't see them. But if he doesn't, I expect to see Mares of Averbrook.
What else do you think is going to come out for him?
Coming out for Josh, I would imagine some of the point removal is going to come out because it seems like these games are going to come down to Consecrated Sphinx, Inferno Titan, Thrun, just the heavy hitters. So maybe Galvblast might come out. Definitely Negate. Negate seems very low impact in this matchup.
Yeah, I think you take out a lot of the some of the burn spells. I
Right.
imagine.
Yeah, he has a lot of burn in his main deck. He has 8 burn spells main deck. We'll see some of those come out.
Volley and Arch Trail are reasonable, but Galvanic Blast not huge on.
Right, exactly. And then,
I'm gonna go ahead.
and then looking at Alex, we have his sideboard, very similar, actually. Yeah, the differences in the sideboard, he has Ratchet Bomb, Naturalize, some Arc Trails, Dissipate, and Negate.
yeah, but just like a handful of numbers of each. They're just kind of spread all
2
around.
or less.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see the Dissipate. It seems like definitely a way better card than something like Negate in this matchup. Maybe better than Geist Flame as well. What do you think he'll take out?
I mean, I think the cards he wants to bring in is Dissipate and his swords, just like that.
Right.
Maybe Arc Trails is something you could at least look at. I think Geist Flame is not that exciting in this matchup. It kills Skin Shifter.
Right.
That's really it.
Killing Viridian Emissary is not what you want to be doing with your Geist Flame.
Yeah, although if he fears Mare of Averbrook, I could see him.
Yeah, we might see a little metagaming going on here. If Josh knows Alex will take out his Geist Flames, he might side in the Mares.
Precisely. I think maybe Geist Flame could come out. Not sure if he wants Mana Leaks or not here. Seems like he might be tapping out a lot to answer what's going on.
That's true.
Mana Leak could certainly come out.
The player on the draw might be taking out Mana Leak.
Yeah, I'd imagine whoever's on the draw is certainly taking out Mana Leak. I don't think you want to be behind the gun here, and I think Alex is going to be on the draw, so Mana Leak not so exciting.
That's I think that's a mistake I see a lot of players making. They sideboard the same on the play and on the draw, but they're 2 completely different things. If you're on the draw, a card like Mana Leak it's really tough to use.
Right. Oh, also the person on the play is always on the front foot because they get to go land, and especially in a mirror match, right? Because you guys are playing cards on relatively the same turns, but whoever plays theirs first can attack first.
Right.
So if you're facing down a creature with Mana Leak in your hand, you're just behind because you have to tap out to deal with their creature, and then they can play something else, and you have this dead mana leak.
Right. For most games in most mirrors, you're not going to profitably be able to use mana leak. So expect to see the player on the draw take those out. So what do you think is the key to this matchup?
I think the key is probably just, well, A, using removal effectively, and B, it's really whoever I think gets access to a sword or a bigger creature. It seems like if you drop Sphinx or Titan or get a sword active and your opponent can't deal with it, you're going to win.
Right.
It's possible maybe they want to bring in like some Ancient Grudges too, just to help with that.
Right. The swords, I mean, especially after board, they'll have 3 swords, 1 War and Peace, 2 Feast and Famine.
And a Batterskull
yeah.
for Alex.
Alex has a Batterskull, Josh does not. So that could be a possibility. Maybe over sort of a lower impact card like Skin Shifter.
Yeah, or Viridian Emissary.
Right. Maybe even Snapcaster Mage, because there's really nothing you want to be flashing back too much in this matchup.
Yeah, especially if you're cutting spells. Well, here we go. We're going to find out. Josh led on Hinterland Harbor, and he still has Negate in his deck.
Huh.
He's got one sitting in his hand right now.
Very interesting. Maybe the match dynamic plays out differently than we thought.
It might be all about Planeswalkers, in which case Negate has a lot more value. He also has Mana Leaks.
Wow.
So I think what happens is the player who wants to be the control deck, probably the player on the play, so they can manipulate the game to their bidding.
That makes sense.
Keeps them some counter spells. That's certainly a rationale I could see going down. I don't know if it's correct, but it doesn't seem blatantly incorrect.
Right. Looks like Josh resolved a Viridian Emissary and is cracking in for 2. Alex yet to play a non-land spell. So expected Josh to look to slow the game down here with his 2 counters.
I think I see a Thrun in his hand too.
Ooh.
Plays another Emissary.
Wow.
Ships back. No 4th land for Josh.
A little surprised he didn't wait there with the 2 counters in his hand.
I guess he wants to get down to 4 points. If there's a Thrun, which will stop doing too much damage, I'm sure he'll still happily send in to get those lands.
Definitely.
If he's little light on lands. But
And
there's that. Or is he going to Thrun, trade up Thruns? I think he has his own Thrun. He might not.
I think his hand is 2 Negate, a Mana Leak, and a green card.
Now, I don't know about that play. I think, wouldn't you want to attack with both Emissaries there?
I think so. Maybe he's just trying to prevent the damage, but it seems like with his hand...
But the thing is, Alex isn't going to attack.
Right, he will not attack. No way.
Because otherwise the Emissaries just get in. So you're just sitting those out there. I guess if that's a trade you're okay making.
A 3rd Emissary, a Skin Shifter, rather.
Yeah, Skin Shifter enters the fray.
And especially with the Skin Shifter, I would think he would send with those, because that can block Thrun indefinitely. So Alex draws a Mana Leak, has a pair of islands and a Mana Leak for the cards we can see. We'll see if he cracks in with this Thrun. I wouldn't imagine. Okay, well, I guess he is.
All right, and Josh will double block.
Double block. Interesting choice. Now, if you're Alex here, do you kill 1 Emissary or 2?
I'd probably just kill both of them. I mean, if he feels the second one's going to get its use eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
And... yeah, I like that.
Especially having a Mana Leak in here, and you're not worried about any 6-drop Josh might have. And
Put a Generation Shield, trade with both Emissaries. I think you just want to get those off the board.
Yeah, I think so too. Now Josh will search his deck for 2 basics. Looks like he's doing them both at once here.
And I'm trying to get a look at what's in Alex's hand. I see 2 islands, a couple red cards. I think he's got and a Garrick Relentless on top. Imagine Garrick might be coming down this turn. He might be a little concerned about the Mana Leak.
Right. I think at this point, Alex really has to hold mana up. He has to respect the threat of a 6-drop from Josh.
Yep, I agree.
So he'll say go. They'll probably play a strange little draw-go game right here.
Although I kind of prefer the play from Alex of Garrick pass. Or sorry, Garrick, like see what Josh does. If Josh goes for Mana Leak, Alex can Mana Leak back and then kill a Skin Shifter.
Right.
But, alright, so Alex is going to Geist Flame the Skin Shifter in response to the activation. And we were talking about maybe taking those out, but apparently we don't understand what this matchup is about at all.
I guess not.
So, yeah.
And is he going for a Negate? Interesting.
Negate on Geist Flame.
So Negate trades with half of a Geist Flame here.
And Josh basically can't activate that Skin Shifter as long as he loses mana up. That's Brimstone Volley.
Wow.
So,
he really wants to avoid taking 4 points of damage here.
yeah, I don't know if I would have... that feels like a lot of resources to waste on a Skin Shifter, and he can afford to take damage here.
But they both seem to think it's pretty important.
Yeah.
Well, if one player's willing to fight over something, the other maybe thinks it's important too. Alex draws another mountain.
Alright, well there's a land. Surzen for 4. Now we can just go Garrick with Mana Leak up and mana to pay for Mana Leak.
Yeah, that seems very strong.
Bam.
Now we might see Josh Mana Leak this, even though he doesn't have a 6-drop to follow up with.
Or
just negate it. That's reasonable too.
Do you think you Mana Leak back here? I'm really tempted to Mana Leak back.
Well, Josh...
But it's kind of a trap. It's kind of like Josh is laying a trap here.
Right. It seems like he is.
I don't think Josh has a 6-drop, but I don't know if I could blow the Mana Leak there, just because if he has Inferno Titan or Consecrated Sphinx, you're just done.
Right. I don't think you can. I don't think he should have Mana Leaked there, but Josh... Oh, that's an Inferno Titan.
Oh, that's the promo Inferno
Titan.
Right,
that's why we didn't recognize it. So that offs the Garrick, and that's going to put a big damper on Alex's beatdown plans here.
That is exactly what I was worried about happening.
Josh laid that trap nicely, and Alex fell right into it, it seems like.
It seems so tempting, right? You get your Garrick on the battlefield.
Right. And a Planeswalker.
And like you're really far ahead, but that Mana Leak's going to be useful at some other point.
Yep. So Viridian Emissary comes down. But nothing is going to stop that Inferno Titan.
Yeah, it's going to crash and kill off the Emissary and the 2/2 Wolf.
Yep.
And Throne can block it and save some damage.
But that 3 damage is going to be coming in every turn.
Yep.
Geist Flame in the graveyard, unfortunately, 1 point short of killing that Inferno Titan.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose Josh has to respect that Alex could draw... Does he not kill the Wolf? I guess I respect that Alex could draw... he does kill the Wolf. There we go. I respect that Alex has the potential to draw, Shock or Incinerate or whatever, to deal with the Inferno Titan. Josh has to respect that, but you still have to keep attacking.
Definitely. I mean, what's the Inferno Titan there for if not to get in? So yeah, block Regenerate.
Plays Copperline Gorge.
And Josh still sort of has a full grip over there. A couple Mana Leaks in there.
Yeah, Josh's hand is really nice right now.
Now, Alex can play a 6-drop and pay for 1 Mana Leak, but not both.
I think he just has 2 lands in his hand,
He does, yeah.
It's like Island, Mountain.
So we'll see what he can come up with here. He decides to attack with the Thrun. That seems ambitious. Like an ambitious attack.
Ambitious is a good word for it, I think.
Because he's about to take 12 if Josh wants him to.
I mean, unless he...
Oh, right. Well, that's...
I mean,
interesting.
I do not understand that attack.
Nope. We'll see how this plays out.
Thrun is not winning that race.
No, 4 a turn versus 9 a turn.
And if I were Josh, I would just sink all my red mana into this. Or however many it needs to be a turn 2 o'clock, I guess.
Right.
See, he's coming for 6, I drop to 9. And he can do it for 3 more. I just do it for 3 more so that if he leaves his Thrun back, 2 more hits from the Titan kill him. But he only does it for 1.
Maybe he wants to keep double Mana Leak up with... Is that a Mare of Averbrook? Okay. He's going to play the Mare right into the Geist Flame, which is interesting. Not sure I agree with that.
I mean, I guess you're making him waste the Geist Flame.
Well, Alex does not Geist Flame. Chooses not to.
He's probably wants to draw another Geist Flame or something. And Alex just picks him up.
Yep.
I don't agree with Alex's line of play there.
Yeah, I think Josh played that one as well as he needed to there. I mean, he laid that trap really well, and Alex just fell right into it. The 6 drops are definitely going to reign in this matchup. Whoever resolves one is going to have complete control of the game. And now I expect to see him re-sideboard after seeing that last game.
Yeah, I feel like 6 drops are important, but you could definitely leverage those Mana Leaks. I mean, I guess if the matchup is all about 6 drops, Mana Leaks could be pretty good.
Yeah.
Still not sold on the negates, though.
No, negate counters some almost irrelevant burn spells in Garrick's.
I mean, and Garrick is good, make no mistake about it, but I just don't want to draw those negates.
Yeah. At the same time, Garrick Relentless seems like a way lower impact card in this matchup than Garrick Primal Hunter. If anyone, I think Alex would want the negates instead of Josh, but we will see.
Yeah, Garrick Relentless, the thing about Garrick is I don't think that his Wolf side is that high impact, but once he flips his Death Touch side is very high impact.
That's true.
And the ability to tutor up to 6 drops.
Yeah, that's
big.
That's key.
So I think Garrick Relentless is good. I mean, Garrick Primal Hunter is obviously very good too. I just don't think they're worth keeping negates in for.
Right. The thing about it too, they have so much burn that any of the burn spells hopefully will be able to finish off either Garrick, so I don't think negate's strictly necessary. If you're going to have Geist Flame in your deck, that's great at clearing a way to attack Garrick.
Yep. And I mean, I guess now that he's seen Mayor too, he'll probably leave the Geist Flames in.
Yeah, I think he will.
The players went back to their boards, so it's not clear what's going on exactly.
So if you're Josh or Alex, how do you sideboard here? Do you shuffle all 15 in, or do you do like a little pump fake with your sideboarding? How do you do it?
I would probably, I mean, I would at least grab my sideboard, put it in front of my deck, and look like I was changing cards. I probably would change cards. So.
Right.
But I think, sideboarding for Game 3 is, like you were saying earlier, is a really undervalued part. A lot of players just figure, here's my Game 1 plan, here's my sideboard plan.
Yeah.
But realistically, there's a lot you can modify depending on if you're on the play or the draw and what you've seen out of your opponent and how they play in certain situations. For example, let's use Mayor of Averbrook as an example. Like, if your opponent, it seems like, willing to play it on turn 2 as opposed to wait until later in the game, you might know, well, I'm going to need more burn spells or whatever so I can interact with it earlier in the game.
Right.
Or, whatever reasoning you may have. Or if like in a Stoneforge Mystic Mirror match, if it's like, they always get this equipment when they cast Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want there?
Exactly. I mean, little things like that. Like, for example, if it's an aggressive mirror match and one player's playing a more controlling style, you want the controlling cards as well. You might not necessarily want things like Reckless Waif or things like that, but...
Neither player has Waif here, in case you're confused.
Right, no. That was just an example.
Yeah.
So it looks like Josh is presented. Alex does the same. Shuffling up.
Shuffle up here. Yeah, I'm interested to see how these guys sideboard for this matchup. A lot of play.
Yeah, there are a lot of different plans you could do. I mean, you could go aggro, side in all the mares and all the burn spells and the Snapcaster. You could go control. And it looks like they just kept their deck very similar to their main deck configuration. Didn't see a lot of sideboard cards there.
Yeah, we'll see if we see any more now. Players have grabbed their opening hands, and here we go.
Yep. Josh going back to the well for 6 more cards.
Oh, no, I guess Josh was not satisfied with this. It looked like he was.
I thought he smiled.
I guess I normally smile when I mulligan, too.
Right.
So.
Sadist.
It's more like one of those smiles. It's like, all right, deck, you got me.
Yeah. Gonna have to do better than that.
It's not fun if your deck doesn't make it interesting for you.
No, not at all. And Alex will be on the play this game, so expect him to be the one on the aggressive side. Josh might not be. He'll be on the back foot this game.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 modes of this gameplay. There's like the early game mode where you're just like exchanging hits and getting some damage, and then there's just the large mode where you're like, bam,
boom, haymaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Counter, and it seems like it transforms really quickly from one to the other.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the haymakers, the game could theoretically stay in the first stage, but it seems like the haymakers just trump everything else.
Right. It doesn't really matter what life total you're at. Inferno Titan is going to stabilize you.
Right. So maybe leaving a Mana Leak is correct just for that reason, so you can fight off their 6 drops, and so you can stay in stage 1 if you don't have a stage 2 plan.
Right. All right,
here we go. Josh plays a tap land, passes back to Alex.
And Alex plays another land. Going to try and get the cameras on the match. There we go.
All right, there's turn 2 Viridian Emissary for Alex. And Josh has a turn 2 Skin Shifter.
A card that both players seem to value pretty highly in this matchup.
Yeah, which is surprising me because it doesn't really fit the late game plan as well.
No, not at all.
And Alex Geist Flames away the Skin Shifter, gets in for 2 with the Viridian Emissary.
Yep, keeping the initiative on Alex's side. So, looks like Josh has another Emissary there.
Yeah, Josh has an Emissary, a bunch of mountains. Josh has lands and Primal Hunter, or Garruk Primal Hunter.
That's all he's got going on.
Alex has a Mana Leak, looks like Garruk Relentless.
No blue mana, it seems.
No blue mana, which is bad news for Alex, because that means that he is not going to be able to counter a Garruk Primal Hunter next turn.
Right. Interesting that Josh chose to block there. Alex had no blue sources, but he still blocked.
Yeah, but Josh just gets to cast Garruk Primal Hunter.
Really wants to accelerate that Garruk.
Yeah, and if Alex doesn't have another blue source, he gets under Alex's blue sources.
Yep.
So seems pretty reasonable to me. And Alex has a Garruk of his own in his hand, but that'll leave Josh with the 3/3.
Well, if Alex has another land to play that Garruk, then the Garruks just trade. They legend rule each other.
I don't think he does though.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's got land.
And Alex decides on a Brimstone Volley.
To the face!
Wow.
What?
So maybe having a different plan here. Maybe he's going to be going beat down.
Whoa, I did not expect that to happen.
Garrick resolves.
I mean, it seems like that Brimstone Volley seems incredible against all the Planeswalkers and even some of the Titans.
Right. The ability to just deal 5 on command is huge.
I'm really surprised on Alex's play there.
So Josh makes a 3/3 with Garrick Primal Hunter, going up to 4 loyalty.
Yeah.
And just out of Incinerate range. But is that a Snapcaster in Alex's hand?
Okay, so he just Legend rules it with Garrick Relentless. And passes back.
And it seems like Josh has the upper hand here, but unfortunately he has just a grip of lands and
he just drew Thrun.
So
that'll help out a little bit.
Okay, that definitely
But
helps.
once again, we're in the stage where if Alex just draws a big threat, he's in a really good position. Right. And it will make that Brimstone Volley that he just threw away, not matter. The 5 damage is not relevant.
Exactly.
After he stabilizes Consecrated Sphinx or Inferno Titan or something.
And that is another burn spell, it looks like.
Looks like
or
his
is
hand
that
is...
is that an Inferno Titan? No.
I thought it was Geist Flame, maybe.
Alex says go.
We'll see shortly, I suppose. Alright, Josh plays another land. Ships with both of his guys. And Alex just takes 7.
Wow. I'm really surprised to not see Incinerate on the Beast token there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Maybe he wants to end of turn it, but still that seems a little loose. And Josh mulling over his options. Still only with 1 blue source, so any Consecrated Sphinx he draws, he will not be able to play.
Josh has 2 blue sources.
Oh yeah, that's a Sulphur Falls, not another Crag.
Alex only has 1 blue source.
Right. That is a Geist Flame.
Alright, yeah, so Geist Flame. Is he targeting Josh?
Wow.
You have to...
He has a plan.
Geist
and
Flame flashback.
Sticking
Josh
to
had
it.
11. I think Alex has Brimstone Volley in his hand.
That has to be it. And that was an Inferno Titan, I think.
For sure.
Not enough mana, unfortunately.
So Alex has Snapcaster Mage in his hand. So with Josh down to 11, he can... Oh my gosh. Alright, play Snapcaster Mage. Target Brimstone Volley. Block Thrun. Bring you down to 6 with Brimstone Volley.
Yep, going to 7 yourself in the process.
Yeah. Which puts you at lethal next turn.
Right. Wow. Oh, and Josh drew a Flash Freeze.
Oh,
that's not going to be good. We'll see.
If Alex just slams that Inferno Titan, though, he's in good shape. So
right.
If Alex goes like end-step Brimstone Volley, which he's going to do, and Josh Flash Freezes it, Alex can go untap Inferno Titan.
Right, that's the only way he can claw back into this game, it seems.
See if that's what happens. No, and Josh is like, okay, I'll take 5.
Right. Thing is, though, Josh is going to drop to 6. I don't know what Alex could hope to draw here that would get him back in.
Yeah, I
guess another Incinerate.
Going to play Inferno Titan.
Yep.
And he's going to have Flash Freeze and wear a frown on his face.
And that's the game. Right there. Wow.
Yeah, I really don't like his line of play there.
No, I understand the allure of wanting to burn someone out with Snapcaster plus Brimstone Volley, but I think at that stage of the game...
Too much pressure on you to be able to reliably set that
up. Players, if you sign up for
yeah, you can do 5 a turn if you draw Brimstone Volley, but he can do 4 a turn no matter what he draws, because he has the Thrun. So that's tough.
Your draft is ready.
Agreed.
So Josh Crowe takes down Alex